Near your shores, O Lake of Orion, noble hunter in the skies, clad with belt of 3 stars shining, soon 3 bases shall arise. On Boom Field where men will gather, hunting for the Wiffle prize, in the LOWA. Hustle, hustle, hallelujah. Hustle, hustle, hallelujah. Hustle, hustle, hallelujah. God bless the USA. Come, ye fans of summer sport, with sparkling punch to quench your thirst. Orion's waters greet the runner eagerly who passes first. Hail the righty, hustle, hustle, let the lefty be accursed in the LOWA. Hustle, hustle, hallelujah. Hustle, hustle, hallelujah. Hustle, hustle, hallelujah. God bless the USA. Who will claim the bowl so precious? Who will be the MVP? What awaits most runs and strikeouts? Glory in eternity. Raise your glass to sweet Miss Wiffle. Worship her on bended knee in the LOWA. Hustle, hustle, hallelujah. Hustle, hustle, hallelujah. Hustle, hustle, hallelujah. God bless the USA. Women, children, men of honor, sporting stashes newly grown, stand with whiffles at the ready on Boom Field now freshly mown. O great land of states united, hail great pastime of our own, hail the LOWA. Hustle, hustle, hallelujah. Hustle, hustle, hallelujah. Hustle, hustle, hallelujah. God bless the USA.
Welcome everybody to the 2016 and our 10th annual Lake Orion Wiffleball Association Tournament of Champions.
Can you believe we've been doing this for 10 years?
10 whole years. That's almost like a decade.
I believe that's the definition, yes.
Oh.
The exact definition.
Well, I'm glad and proud to be joined with Chris Clayton in the booth tonight. This is our 3rd time commentating the final championship game.
Ryan Skalnick, as always, it is a pleasure. I believe it's 3 times. I was in the championship game last year, but
I was with you as well. We lost. That was disappointing. But for now, we're going to introduce our championship contending team. So if you guys could enter the Vanden Boom Garage.
Let's go ahead and introduce the Prisoners of War first as the team that came out of the winner's bracket. Our first player is well over 7 feet tall, and he's actually sporting an ankle brace from a little bit too much hustle today. Ladies and gentlemen, Jay Prate.
Jason Prate. This is his 4th tournament. First appearance in the championship game. He is ankled up. He's got duct tape, gauze. He's ready to rock.
Next, we have a very much a veteran in Steve Cullen.
Stephen Cullen is a 3-time Lake Orion Wiffleball Association World Champion.
That's amazing. That's rare territory.
That is a beautiful stat. No, he's been with Jim a couple times, and yeah.
Our next player is, for the most part, a rookie. I believe his first year was last year.
Yeah, we have a local legend, Orion boater extraordinaire Jake Shagina playing in his first championship game. His 2nd tournament, he's already made it to the championship game. Look at that boater's tan.
And honestly, Ryan, I don't even know if our next player needs an introduction.
Well, he's, everybody loves to hate him because he has won the most championships out of any player. And he's here again. Mr. James Vanden Boom, going for his 5th championship game today.
That is amazing.
Yeah, he's trying to bat 500 in his career.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is always a very rough path to take in the LOWA tournament through the losers bracket. They've played more games than anybody.
I just hope they have enough energy for this last game, but I saw them earlier, when they were congregating, and they look fired up and ready to go.
We'll start with, let's see. This player profile we sent out before the tournament, everybody voted him as the most despised player in the Lake Orion Wiffleball Association. Ladies and gentlemen, number 25, Nathan Johansson.
He's very easy to hate, but, haters gonna hate. He's back in the championship game one more time, so.
And as you'll notice, everybody's sporting his number, so his
Well, he actually made his teammates wear his number. He was like, here. He actually refers to himself in the 3rd number, not 3rd person, but the 3rd number, which is always a treat.
For fans of the Lake Orion Wiffleball Association Facebook page, they may have noticed our next player who went missing for a time before the tournament started. Luckily, we have him back, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Christopher Sweeney.
Well, Sweeney's a fan favorite, with his antics and his shenanigans, but, when it comes down to wiffle ball, he's all business.
Our next player was a soccer superstar in high school, but he's transitioned pretty well over to the wiffle ball game. Ladies and gentlemen, Benjamin Ingram.
Yeah, he's a 3-sport star. He excelled in hockey, lacrosse, and soccer. And obviously, it was a very easy transition for him into the wiffle ball tournament.
Our 8th and last player, who actually throws left-handed.
That's like a quasi-lefty? We're trying to narrow down our rule book to discriminate against partially left-handed people, but we haven't quite gotten there yet. But this next player was the home run king last year, and he's looking to add a couple more on this championship game. Michael Kleeman.
This gentleman is able to run all the way up to the press box to shake our hands.
Yeah.
If that's not hustle, I don't know what is.
Grandstands. And we're going to have the official bat toss. We're going to introduce our umpires as well. Our head umpire is Mr. David Crate is going to...
Now, Ryan, do you think there is a conflict there since his brother is playing in the championship game?
David, he likes to play by the rules, so I don't see an issue there at all.
I guess that's why he's the head umpire.
That is exactly why.
On first base, we have another longtime umpire in Brian Chase.
Brian Chase of Chase Plastics, we appreciate your support. And we've got Brett Geringer heading up the rear outfield for umpiring. He looks like he doesn't want to make too many calls today, but hopefully there's a lot of... we're going 6 innings tonight, folks.
It looks like the Air Force lost the bat toss. Oh, no, they won the bat toss and will elect to take the field.
We need some music.
First to the plate, we have Jim Vanden Boom. He's been rocking homers, including one clear through the Plinko tree, which I believe is a first.
Chris, can you get that music going?
A rip to left.
Rip up the middle to start the game. That's the consistency that's gotten them 4 championships there, Chris.
In the 2 spot, Steve Cullen.
Oh, Cullen. He loves his water balls. He's one of the few righties that can actually control his bat to push it to right field. That's a strategy that has gotten him to this championship game so far today.
Just a reminder to those in the audience, you get 1 water ball per inning. Every other water ball will now count as a foul ball.
Just a bit outside by Nate Johansson. Oh, it's in play. Nate Johansson corrals it, throws it. Uh-oh.
That's going to bring in 2.
That's bringing in 2 runs. Jay Prate gets
with
third base.
Triple.
You know, it's a very high-risk, high-reward throw when you make that play.
And just like that, it's 2-0.
That is the start that team Prisoners of War we're looking for in the championship game, folks. Let's see if they can keep it rolling.
We're going to need somebody on the scoreboard. There's a scoreboard malfunction. Can the technician please report to the scoreboard?
Oh, there's Chuck. Oh, yeah.
Chuck Roebuck volunteers. He loves America, folks. He loves America so much, he actually bats left-handed, but he trained in the offseason before his first tournament to actually bat right-handed. That's a true story, folks.
Dedication. Jake Shagina batting in the cleanup spot.
I've got a legal Canadian here if you need help. Chris's dad is a legal Canadian. It's not going to work.
Only Americans.
Yeah.
So does that like take Chris down a shot or 2?
Unfortunately.
He'll probably lose because of it.
Oh no!
An RBI single to left
A
field.
very
brings Jay
clean
Prate in.
relay, but it still gets a run in. We have a 3-0 first inning for the Prisoners of War.
Still 0 outs.
Huh? It's kind of a... Jim Vanden Boom through the Plinko tree. It looks like it is over. Oh my gosh, they are on fire to start. They had 0 outs, I think. This is they're starting hot, Jim says.
You know, and they were cold. They were sitting out for at least 4 or 5 games.
Yeah,
it's
they
amazing.
look well rested.
You know, Nathan
Steve
Johansson.
Cullen, I felt the breeze up in the press box on that one. That was
Nathan Johansson has
swing.
been pitching the entire tournament. Do you think there's any arm fatigue there?
Oh, into the Plinko tree. You never know what's going to happen. It drops out onto the deck, and Steve Cullen casually strolls into second base.
Air Force desperately needs an out here.
Yeah. Jay Prate into the Plinko tree. They have gone Plinko this round.
They can afford to be a little bit more careful on the base path.
You know,
Steve Cullen at third.
Chris, just to start, you know, they got a very smart team. They're communicating well on the base
They've
pass.
already chased, sorry to interrupt, Ryan, but they've already chased Nathan Johansson, who's moved to shortstop. Bringing in Mikey
They're
Kleeman,
bringing
the lefty.
in the lefty thrower, bats right-handed.
And they immediately get an out. It's a great move. Who's coaching this
changes
team?
like that can win you a championship.
It is just a disgusting thing to see, throwing left-handed, though.
Well, I mean, Nate Johansson, give him some credit. He has had a long tournament, you know. Jim Vanden Boom is absolutely murdering the ball right now. Straight away center field, through the Plinko tree.
Dave Prate, they need a ball since Jim just destroyed that one to center field.
Oh, my word.
The head umpire doesn't even know what's going on right now.
I can't remember the last time a championship game started.
Well, we've got one out in the top of the first, and it looks like Prisoners of War don't want to slow down. They want to keep the runs going.
Dave Prate's trying to talk to us from behind home plate. We've reminded him year after year that
it's going through the Plinko tree.
Oh,
and an amazing play.
Chris
They
Sweeney,
desperately needed that out.
Chris Sweeney has been owning that center field position. He's been jumping into the lake, diving left and right.
He looks a lot more comfortable out in center field instead of left. Case in point, Chris.
And
got him out of the inning.
Thank goodness they've gotten out of the inning.
Boy, what a game!
There is a lot of wiffle ball left, folks, though. We have a 6-inning game.
Eight to 0. Chris Sweeney leading off for Air Force. Let's see if they can get some of those back. Not a good start for Air Force. That's a strikeout. First of the championship game.
Steve Cullen on the mound. 3-time champion Steve Cullen knows how to roll the wiffle ball.
Just a bit inside. That was
just
very
a
close.
little bit inside. He was looking at the umpire like he was like, why is that not a strike? But he didn't realize that it didn't hit the plate.
A very athletic play by Mr. Cullen at the mound, but Nate Johansson beats it out to first.
He obviously would not have been safe without that amazing slide.
Did he forget about the invitation?
Reminded. Mikey Kleeman hits it. It's going to trickle. Oh,
It's coming back down.
That's the beauty of Vanden Boom Field. Sometimes she's a beauty that'll just give you a, drop ball in the Plinko tree and then take a great struck home run ball.
A few years back,
off the
they
roof.
elevated
It's amazing.
that roof line, and it's caused havoc ever since.
Oh, so that's a quick 4 at-bat inning for the Air Force, and that is not what they needed to recover from that first inning onslaught from the prisoners of war.
They put a big goose egg up on the board, whereas they were trying to get a double goose egg, one on top of the other. That's an 8.
Well, I think the 8 goose eggs that POWs popped on there, maybe they were trying to get a little aggressive here. Let's see if they can settle down in inning number 2.
They're sticking with the southpaw for the top of the second. Any audience members out there that would love to come up to the press box to fill up our beers would get a nice special smile from Ryan and I.
Yes, Chris, and I know the sun has settled here on Vanden Boom Field, but hopefully the bikinis are still out, and there's a couple of bikini-clad ladies that would gladly fill up our cups of frothy Bud Light.
A badly needed strikeout from Mikey Kleeman. Jake Shigina sits on the bench, ashamed with his beautiful bronze tan.
Voting bronze tan. That's a voting bronze tan.
Yeah. I talked to Jake before the tournament, and he says the key to his tan is he uses canola oil mixed with a extract from Hawaii to get that deep, deep brown.
Another bullet to left field from Jim Vanden Boom.
Jim Vanden Boom
He's gonna sit at
is
first with a single.
ripping the laces off the ball.
Apparently no one loves us, Ryan, because I don't see anybody coming up to get us a beer.
They're coming. Just wait.
I guess it does take quite a long time to get up here to the press box.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just happy Lake Orion Wiffleball Association allows us to actually enjoy some frothy beverages while we commentate. Not everybody in the big leagues gets to do that, but
Ladies and gentlemen, Jacqueline Shigina came all the way up to the press box to fill up our beers. Perhaps she's trying to get a little love for her husband here who's playing in the game.
Yeah. That was a very close inside ball called.
She took him. She took him, Jacqueline. Jay Prate has the largest strike zone out of any wiffle ball player ever, standing at 7'2".
I heard that from the press box. He stays alive and is battling right now.
Must be hard to push off that back foot all taped up.
That was a right-handed throw, which looked much better than what he's traditionally used to throwing.
It was actually relief. In the bottom of the second, we would love to have David Welch up to the press box. David Welch for an interview.
Is that my beer?
Hi.
Chris Sweeney has got right field down like a science.
He has gotten half
unbelievable
of Air
defense.
Force's outs.
Yeah, unbelievable teamwork, great placement. Things are going very smart right now.
That was amazing. That's record time for the beer run.
The amazing beer run by Jacqueline Shagina, Jake's better half, who also uses the bronzing style that I was talking about earlier. Ooh, that is not what they need.
The hitting struggles continue. Maybe Big Dog 2-5. Big Dog, I believe they call him around these circles.
He's got a lot of nicknames, some that might not make it on the Orion Network television, Chris.
He beats out the throw to first. I would consider that an E3? What is third base?
Everybody had safe. It looks like the team in the field are upset, but all umpires saw the same thing. Let's see if we can dial that on instant replay to see if the umps make the right call.
Ooh, it looks like he may have been out.
Yeah, that's too close to call, Chris. I can't tell. Based on this replay that I'm watching right now, we may not, I think the umps made the right call.
That's the problem. You get home, you're tired, you just, no, go down and
You don't see many mistakes by that, like by Brian Chase like that.
I agree.
Dave Welch has joined us in the press box. We'll be interviewing him at the turn of the inning.
Oh, very smooth relay, but again, it's another base. That's what the Air Force needs to do. They need to whittle away at that 8-0 lead that they are, or deficit that they're facing right now.
They're going to have to go small ball here. They don't have a lot of power at the plate.
That sounds like a correct statement.
Why don't you get out of here? What are you talking about? You talking about me?
So you're waiting for in between the innings? Is that what you're waiting for, Dave?
But I wasn't talking bad. I love you.
In advance, I hate both of
Ooh. Steve Cullen circa 2007 might have made that play. Just saying.
What did he say?
A blast to center field lands in the grass. Brings Nathan Johansson home.
And they are on the board. That's what they needed to do. It's a long game, and it can add up quick with those runs. They're just looking to keep the momentum going.
Runners on second and third for Chris Sweeney. Brian Chase focusing on safety first at first base.
Great rip by Chris Sweeney, fielded cleanly by Shigina, but that's going to get 2 more runs in. That is the start to the inning that they need. We only have 1 down.
Air Force starting to take off, Ryan.
Yes, yes.
I get what you did there. That was cool. Are you smoking dope or something, dude?
No,
It's natural.
He has a lot of it.
I mean, he has, but not currently.
Don't let your mom hear that.
She knows.
Oh, that is a well-struck single by Nate Johansson. That's their first water ball.
The longest single of the day.
And for all you viewers at home watching from your television and on YouTube at OrionNetworkTelevision.com, you can only get 1 water ball per inning, per team. So it's a little unique thing to Vanden Boom Field, but you know, you got to work with the landscape that you have, and this is the most beautiful piece of wiffle ball field in America.
It all comes from our discrimination of lefties, Ryan, which we'll be sure to cover at the turn of the inning with Dave Welch.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, it's a beautiful view up here from the press box. We get a great vista of Lake Orion. We've got Vanden Boom Field, air conditioning. Even though you might not need it today, but in previous tournaments, it's been pretty toasty out there.
Runners at the corners for Mikey Kleeman, number 1. Mikey does not like that call from head umpire Dave Prate.
We are going to watch that on replay. It looked like it on Wiffle Track 2.0 on the screen. You can see that the red beam shows that it just caught the outside, very outside corner.
Clocks in at 4.3 miles per hour. Ladies and gentlemen, please remember that 6 miles per hour is the top speed allowed at the Lake Orion Wiffleball Tournament.
That's a fair ball and a clean
play.
relay. That's just silky smooth glove work, hand work, whatever you want to call it. That was very silky smooth. Yeah, Wiffle Track 2.0 is a new feature to our telecast this year. We're very excited about it, you know. Oh, and here comes walking in Mr. David Welch himself.
Thanks for joining us, Dave.
Anytime, guys.
Now, could you please remind everybody in our listening audience as well as our live audience here, how do you bat?
Left-handed.
That's a lot less booze than I thought that would accompany.
Yeah,
Can
the
we,
crowd.
Can we try this once again? Dave, how exactly do you bat?
Left-handed.
Oh, there. Yeah. He's not a fan favorite, but, you know, what are you going to do? We have a rule in Lake Orion Wiffleball Association that once you're in the tournament and if you don't miss, you are in forever. He is grandfathered in, even though he is left-handed.
Oh! Oh! He didn't have the ball. He didn't have the ball.
Amazing play to Nate Johansson. Deflects to the pitcher's mound. Mikey Kleeman does not maintain possession. Let's take a look at that on replay. As you can see, it bounces off Nate Johansson.
Now, there was a little dispute there, but it looks like the head umpire made the correct call. He did not control the ball with his hands.
Back to David
Team
Welch.
Air Force.
Dave, you've kept everybody fed both at draft night and throughout the tournament today. Could you explain where all that food comes from? He's struggling here, folks. Lefties are a little bit slower than the rest of the population.
I wasn't expecting a nice.
We didn't give him a narration for him to read off.
Questions are going to get harder.
We're going to bring in his father, David Sr. Yeah.
Questions are going to get harder.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was a good play.
Oh, Nate Beans, a grandparent, and he's hustling back.
All right, let's try this again.
Let's try this one more time. Dave, food, where it come from?
Food from Hollywood.
Hollywood Market.
Yes, sir.
Now, where are your locations located?
We have
Yeah,
7
hit.
stores: Lake Orion, Rochester, Shelby, Royal Oak, Madison Heights.
Oh my
That's
gosh!
5.
And I'm just catching. Sorry to cut you off, folks. Did you see that throw by Nate Johansson? Just caught Grandpa Vanden Boom. Wow! In replay, that was over 6 miles per hour. I'm surprised he's still standing. That's a tough man right there.
Now, did you personally prepare any of the food that was served to any of the guests at either draft night or the tournament?
I personally did not, but my younger brother.
Nate
there
Johansson
did.
trying to slow down the base runner there, it looked like.
And the potatoes and the salads, so yeah.
But he's right-handed.
That is correct.
Jim
So
Vanden
we can all
Boom,
rest
who's had a very
assured that
strong
none of the food is
championship game so far. Let's see if he can continue.
Give me the microphone. Can I see that real quick?
After this.
Oh, that's
Jim Vanden Boom continues his terror on the Air Force. It looks like it stayed in somehow, but it's still going to go around. A 3-run. Whoa!
Nathan Johansson
That made it all the way up to the
launched that
press
ball
box.
All the way up to the press box. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a new leader for the home run trophy.
Three in one game?
Wow. Jim Vanden Boom has a new championship game record for most home runs. Plinko Tree gives a gift to Johansson. Great play in the field, but the damage continues to be done by the prisoners of war.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now 12-3.
What was the score there, Chris? I can't see the scoreboard from here.
12-3. Dave, could you do us a favor and count to 12 for us?
Ryan, do you need a beer?
No, you can't. You can't even get to one, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, the scoreboard right now looks beautiful. It is high electronic, high intensity LED bulbs. But, we still have somebody back there working, changing them, manually. So it's a beautiful thing. Technology's great. Yeah. Our new scoreboard's bigger than the one in Dallas Stadium in Arlington. Oh, and another happy Wiffle viewer is leaving the docks. It's a great time over here in Spring Bay as Steve Cullen sets in for the first pitch of this inning, not of the game.
Now, Dave, do you think you could potentially try just once to throw normal like Steve Cullen does?
no.
Well struck ball by Chris Sweeney. Goes right to Jim Vanden Boom.
You can't fix stupid.
Into the hostas, through the Plinko tree. Nate Johansson gets on base. That's what they need. They just need base runners, folks.
Where does this come from? You have a deep-seated hatred for all things lefty. That's amazing.
All right, looks like Dave Welch's handler just came in.
About time.
Thanks for the interview, Dave.
I guess, thank you.
Thanks for the chicken, Dave. It was delicious. Get out of the press box.
I try.
Michael Kleeman says it's staying in. They're not sure. It looks like they're tracking off Vanden Boom, and Jim Vanden Boom coolly collects the ball.
That's all I have to say to you guys.
There's 2 down, folks. Runners on first.
Get to your career,
We've got a 12-3 lead by the POWs.
Run it out, run it out.
Double by Ben Ingram through the Plinko tree. Nate Johansson very smartly stays on third base. They need more than just one run.
I just felt a drop of water up here in the open top press box, Ryan. Do you think rain may affect this championship game?
Well, we've been very blessed that the rain has subsided and, avoided Vanden Boom Field today, but anything can happen in the championship game.
Oh, Nathan Johansson with a very smart base running move steals home while Steve Cullen was not looking.
That's my future invitational partner diving and hurting himself, and it's going to hurt tomorrow. That's not good for golf this week. But it is a run. They have cut the deficit.
We'd love to invite the new Ms. Wiffleball, Kathy Vanden Boom, up to the press box.
Nathan calls time after that swing. It looks like he might have messed up his backwards hat and sunglasses. That's through and over the field. He gave it to him high, juicy on the inside part of the plate. Nate Johansson made him pay for that pitching error there. You know, Chris, he didn't throw it out of the same keyhole, and that's really the key for Steve Cullen, is when he throws it out of that keyhole with that yellow hammer action is really where he succeeds. Well-struck ball is going to... Looks like Jay Prate played that one perfectly. It looks like we have 2 outs.
It definitely
but they've gotten a couple back now.
For legs.
What's the score now?
I can't see. Hey, Dave, what's the score? They've cut into the lead. It is 12-7. What looked like a runaway. If they can get a quick 3 outs here, folks, we have got an amazing championship game.
It's a good conversation. You guys can speculate if they do make a comeback. Will this have an asterisk next to it that now that the winning pitcher will be a left-hander?
Ooh, I like it. We'll touch.
Just saying, you might have an asterisk there.
Might want to talk about it.
It's only if you bat, though.
Only if they come back.
Oh, no, bat. It's only batting.
Again, we would love to talk to the new Ms. Wiffleball, Kathy Vanden Boom. Kathy Vanden Boom to the press box.
I believe she actually went to Kroger to get some sparkling punch, so she should be back any second now. Oh, and speak of the beautiful Miss Wiffleball, here she is.
Hi, guys.
She's got a fountain, a tower of sparkling punch, and it looks like a little bit of vodka to go with it there.
A little
for
bit.
The
rum, Bacardi.
Oh, Bacardi and rum, Bacardi and sparkling punch is the drink of choice by Miss Wiffleball.
The rain is really starting to pour here at Vanden Boom Field.
I'm surprised Chris Sweeney didn't catch that ball. He's been catching all the balls out there. He's afraid of my gnomes.
He does love catching the balls.
Nobody down.
It's raining.
Now, Mrs. Vanden Boom, you've been named Ms. Wiffleball for the 10th annual tournament. How does that feel?
I feel very honored, and especially honored because I've never been a girl in bikini here.
Well, not only that, but you actually, we have started to name the Ms. Wiffleball Sash Award, whatever, after Mrs. Kathy Vanden Boom. That's got to be a great feeling.
That's her. That's who you're talking to right now.
Why did it take 10 years for me to get it if you named it after me?
Well, we were just waiting for the right time, and, the 10th annual is just a glorious...
It's a festive day.
It's a milestone tournament.
Now, I'm assuming you have a stake in this fight. Who do you want to win this game? It's okay, you can say it.
Of course, my gym. Of course, my gym.
This is the first time that rain has started to come down during a wiffle ball tournament. We've had to have the tournament postponed, but never actually during actual gameplay. I don't know how these wiffle bats and wiffle balls are going to react to this heavy, heavy downpour that we're experiencing right now.
Now me, I was scared, but Lieutenant Dan, he was mad.
You call this a storm? Oh, you son of a bitch! Oh! It's time for a showdown! You and me! I'm right here! Come and get me!
I feel sorry for all those spectators. They are diehard fans because up in this press box, you know, it's fully enclosed, air conditioned. We don't really see the elements, but there's a lot of diehard fans out there willing to watch this final championship game. It's a beautiful thing.
We really do appreciate everyone sticking through this torrential downpour. It really is nice to see the dedication of LOWA's fans year in and year out.
Now this downpour, it might not be great for wiffle ball, but this is a record low lake levels. The lake level on Lake Orion, since they've been recording it in 1852, is the lowest for July on record this year. So they definitely need the rain here, but not right now.
Now, Mrs. Vanden Boom, how many days in a row are you planning on wearing the Miss Wiffle Ball sash?
I wore it this morning as soon as I woke up. I went down for coffee and I had it on. I might take it off next month, maybe August. And I need to plant more hostas. I see now at this viewpoint I need more hostas out there.
I definitely didn't want to say anything, but we could definitely use more hosta.
Oh, it's really raining now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we can barely see the field anymore from the press box.
We are waiting for the league offices to see if we're going to play through this or take a 5-minute recession. I'm not sure. We have never experienced anything like this. We're going to keep on playing, folks. It looks like the players want to play.
Thank you to Mrs. Vanden Boom for joining us in the press box for the Miss Wiffle Ball interview.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's an honor just to be in her presence. She's an angel. She's allowed us to trample her lawn. You know, and they say behind every great woman, there's a great man. And that's the senior Rick, Mr. Rick Vanden Boom, who is the main
heads
groundskeeper. Yeah, he's the heads groundskeeper of Vanden Boom Field. So, you know, behind every, you know, Miss Wiffle Ball, there's a, you know, Wiffle Man.
Miss Wiffle Man.
I'll allow it, but we might have to critique that for future tournament. We might be keeping score in the press box because apparently our HID high
13
super electronic LED scoreboard is malfunctioning out there in left field. I'm not going to be able to do that. No.
It is actually falling.
Somebody else can, though.
Hey, Chris, can you get somebody else to hold this up?
We're actually looking in Wiffle Doppler 2000 right now, and if you look at the forecast on the screen, for all you viewers at home, if you're looking at the screen right now, it looks like there is a front moving in. According to Wiffle Doppler 2000, it should be moving through in about 10-15 minutes. So, but that's just based on Wiffle Doppler 2000.
Well, one good thing that's coming out of the downpour is our first base umpire, Brian Chase, is wearing a white shirt, which should very quickly become transparent.
Yes. No, Luke came. Let's go. Oh, nice to know, Luke. What? It's not affecting on Jim.
Now, Ryan, do you think this wetness is going to affect the grip on the bat for the players?
Well, I mean, by this part in the tournament, the bats are already a little wet just based on all the hustle that has been poured out over Vanden Boom Field over the last 8 hours.
That's true. It's just covered with hustle juice.
It looks like our head umpire, David Prate, is flying his I need a beer flag out. We can't hear him from over here, but we can definitely see him, and that's definitely the signal that he's using. That we also need a refill for the co-commissioner and announcer, Ryan Skelnick.
That's good enough for you guys, huh? All right, come on, Blair. Come on.
I think the rain is starting to...
It looks like the Wiffle Doppler radar may have been a little bit off, and the rain is already letting up. A shot to short, and Nathan beats out the throw. Mikey Kleeman with 2 men on base, desperately needing an RBI here, or 2, or 3.
You need a beer?
Huh? I'm good. Thanks. A little bit of confusion on the field. A double play ball is the last thing Air Force needed.
It looks like the officials are delegating right now, which is the right call. The players are sitting there. This is an important call, though. Let's delve into that replay while the officials make their final call.
It looks like they tagged the bag and then threw to the mound to get him out at first.
Yeah.
Tagged the runner. Going second to third. Threw it to the pitcher to get the force at first. Thank you, Steve Cullen, for yelling all the way up to the press box with a description of the play. One of the few gentlemen we can hear all the way up at the press box.
Oh my gosh, that was probably the worst swing that I've ever seen in the history of wiffle ball. I mean, a hard hit ball to the pitcher. Jim Vanden Boom is just had a terrible championship game now. It just really puts an asterisk on this whole thing.
You really only see that from left-handers nowadays.
Yeah.
But every now and then Jim has his faults. He's not a perfect human. We're opening the convertible rooftop up here in the press box.
Oh, yeah, the sun is out. I mean, it is perfect out here on Vanden Boom Field. The sun is shining. The girls are in bikinis. We've got about 300 boats parked out in Spring Bay right now watching the event. You know, it's just a great event for everybody. It's a lot of fun, whether you want to just come out and hang out and be with friends or watch some serious. Obviously, this is the highest level of wiffle ball that you can attain in the world. So
we've actually counted the attendance today. We're at 13,372.
13,000, and Chris, I think that's a new Lake Orion Wiffleball Association record.
By at least 13,000.
By at least 13,000. Okay. Yeah.
Tim, what'd you do with the...
And in between at-bats, we're going to thank a lot of our sponsors. One of our sponsors of audio-visual or audio-video
yes.
is Hollis and Full Out Productions. They've contributed to this event year after year, and we're just so thankful for him to be out there in his wake setter, you know, holding down the cause.
You could really say that their involvement is really full out, Ryan.
It is full out support, which we really appreciate. Thank you, Tim Hollis.
In fact, that's actually why our voices sound so silky smooth today.
Yeah,
Our
I'd like to take
microphones-
credit, but this is just all Hollis, full out audio, visual.
Visual.
Are you sure it's not audio video? I'm still going to put that up to a vote.
Let's just
and
call
if
it- let's
you
just call
are
it AV
watching
and
from home, you can actually tweet us. Hashtag, is it video or is it visual? And we're going to take a vote here pretty soon. And by the 6th inning, we should have votes. Yeah, you can tweet at LO Wiffleball and just do hashtag audio
You gotta tip me later.
visual or hashtag audio video.
Looks like another smattering of rain. I see blue skies to the left of me, gray skies to the right, and here I am, stuck in the middle with you, Ryan.
Oh, a squirrely ball into the plinko tree, gets caught. Ends the inning. Jim Vanden Boom looked like he actually crushed that ball in half. Can we get a zoom in on that ball, Jim, for the camera? Look at this ball. I have never seen Jim's strength is unknown to Lake Orion Wiffleball Field. He just threw that wiffle ball.
Knocked my microphone right out of my hand, Ryan.
He's an animal. He was born and raised in South Detroit, and he took the midnight train just the other week to come home for this event.
That's dedication, Ryan.
He lives
14 to 7.
He lives in Beantown now, which, as all of you know, is Frankfort, Kentucky.
Home of the Boston Baked Beans.
Yes, absolutely.
A single to lead off the inning, bottom of the inning, by Benjamin Ingram. Looks like he's wincing a little bit after that run to first. Maybe the trek through the loser's bracket is starting to take its toll.
Well, Ben Ingram, one of our better athletes, is definitely having Father Time creep up on him. You can see just by him wincing right now, standing on third base. It's catching up to him. That's normally a good sign that that ball was short and a little low. Nate Johansson with a beautiful single. No, it's the flagpole. You see that flagpole?
Field umpire Brett Gehringer.
Yeah, Brett Gehringer just got
showing
kicked
his
out of
rookiness.
right field duty.
Doesn't understand what a foul pole
Yeah.
is.
Just so everybody's standing at home, we used to have a normal right base or right field line, but we've moved it in gradually to further discriminate against left-handed people.
It's what wiffle ball is all about, Ryan. We'd like to invite Co-Commissioner Richard Vanden Boom up to the press box for a quick interview, if available. Ask and you shall receive. Rick is already in the press box with us. So it was like he was waiting outside the door, just waiting to be interviewed.
That's not weak, Dave. Just keep on up, and you're doing a great job.
I'll be very quick.
Michael Kleeman with a big stick. It's getting held up in the wind in the tree. Oh, Chris Sweeney.
Amazing slide by Chris Sweeney at home plate. Let's take a look at.
You know what? One of the best things, other than hustle, is unnecessary hustle when he dives.
And a little bit of a celebration.
We're going to do a Wednesday interview with Chris Sweeney and ask him how he feels about that slide on Wednesday.
We're here with Rick Vanden Boom in the press box. Say hello to everybody, Rick.
Hello, everybody.
Ben Ingram powers it. It is getting, I don't know if it's up or down. I can't tell. It looks like it might be coming down, and Jay Prate again in the sweet spot.
Again, he can see over the roof line. Nobody else can. He's 2 feet taller than the next tallest competitor.
Again, there's that risk reward of Vanden Boom Field. A well-struck ball turns into an out.
Now, Rick, I believe you played in the championship game last year. Can you tell us what the contestants are feeling right now?
That was a fair ball right along the line. I mean, that is amazing. Let's watch how close that ball came to going foul, but it was fair, and he got him for the force out. Beautiful. And, oh, wow, look at that replay.
So these guys right now, that was 2 years ago, Chris, but I do thank you. Usually every year I'm in it. Man, these guys right now are, it's a lot of beer, it's a lot of sweat, a lot of tears.
Jim, we might as well call him Boot. Oh! Michael Kleeman was rounding third, slipped and fell, was going home and was caught in a pickle, but somehow managed to get back safely. Which, you know, right now they're down. They need to conserve their base runners. They need some runs. And we are joined in the press box by the one, the only.
Ryan Skalnick, as always, right on top of things.
Yeah.
After we're 2 questions in.
Oh, was he already introduced? Well, while you're over here interviewing some wiffle ball guy, I don't even know who this guy is.
Listen, I'm the color commentator, okay? Thanks for the interview, Rick.
Have a great night.
Well, as I didn't know you were a color commentator. Am I a head commentator, lead commentator?
I think we both go both ways.
Yeah, I agree, Chris. That's what makes us so great, and that's why I love working with you.
And an eruption of arguments happening on the field.
The players are making their cases, but the call's already been called. It looks like we need to move on.
The umpires really need to get control of this game. It's erupting into chaos, right?
We might be throwing some technical fouls out there. I don't even know. It's never been, we've never had that on a championship game, actually kicking people out for arguing and being little girls too much.
Air Force gets a couple runs in that inning. It's now 14-9. There's still 5 down and only 1 inning left to play, ladies and gentlemen. Nate Johansson has not complained a single time today. Very out of his nature to argue with the umpires.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you know, in wiffle ball, we say hustle cures a lot of things, and hustle could have cured that play right there. So we're actually, it looks like the umpires are done deliberating, and everybody's going to start playing wiffle ball again, hopefully.
That's what we all came here for, Ryan.
Absolutely. We came here to support our veterans, support our communities, and support wiffle ball.
And you know, it's really nice to see everybody be nice to each other instead of arguing all the time.
Yeah, yep.
Is that coming this way?
Mikey Kleeman with that just unorthodox, disgusting-looking delivery.
It looks like he's almost using the wrong arm when he's throwing, but he bats right-handed, so I'm a little confused right now. Oh, that is a hot shot into the hostas for a single. Nate snagged that very cleanly, but again, they got another base runner. Hostas, when we first put in the hostas at Vanden Boom Field, they're a very durable shrub. And they hold up with drought, with water, sand, dirt, any type of soil. They're a very durable shrub.
Well, a fun fact, Ryan, the hosta is the official plant of the Lake Orion Wiffleball Association.
Wow. Wow. That is a fun fact for all you people watching at home. And
I hope you had a lot of fun with that one.
Absolutely. And if you can see, these hostas are peaking right now in the July sun. I mean, you cannot get a better looking hosta anywhere in North America, you know, in our temperate climate zone.
It's amazing how much these hostas have flourished with the lack of rain recently in Michigan.
Yeah, it was a dry June. You know, we're hoping Oh. What a great bobble to the ground play. He did not give up on that play.
Jake Shagini at bat with that beautiful boater's bronze tan. Maybe that'll help him in this at bat. Maybe not.
Talking about hostage for 5 minutes over here. I think they're running out.
Well, he's got to mark one up on the strikeout board, but man, he does have a beautiful tan.
You do have a good view here in the press box, I must say that.
Man tan and hostas, the hot topics.
Looks like we have 2 down.
You want to pull up Chariots of Fire? Don't know if we're going into the final.
Like search for it?
Yeah. Up into the Plinko tree.
2 more runs.
Looks like he landed on 2 RBIs. Jim Vanden Boom continuing to punish the opponents. It is now 16-9.
He has a really good relationship with that Plinko tree today.
He actually blasted clear through it earlier today.
I've never seen anything like that. We've been playing this tournament how many years, Chris?
10. I believe that's a decade.
That is the decadal tournament. Yet I've never seen anything happen like where he blasted clean through the beautiful Japanese maple Plinko tree.
Another RBI by Steve Cullen puts it at 17-9.
He just knows where to place the wiffle ball, folks. Now, this Japanese maple was imported 700 years ago. It was actually one of the first imports from Japan when the Empress Hirohito gave it as a gift to the Vanden Boom forefathers, and they planted it in Vanden Boom Field, and I mean, it's just blossomed ever since that day.
They say the roots go 100 feet deep.
They say it actually goes all the way down to Japan. Not China, Japan.
That's amazing.
Yes.
It's got a Toyota symbol on it.
And right on cue, Hootie and the Blowfish, everybody.
I think this game is 1 inning too long for you guys.
Jake Shagina at bat with that beautiful.
And by Hootie and the Blowfish,
tan.
I do not want to get copyright banned on YouTube, so this is actually an original song by Lake Orion Wiffleball.
Top of the 6th. Ooh, a big mistake by Mikey Kleeman there. Brings home another run.
It definitely, if you see the replay, it is very clearly he picked it up and foul. I don't know if he knew that, but luckily for him, the head umpire was on top of it.
Actually, Brian Chase is the first base umpire. The head umpire asking if that was foul. That's not a good sign, ladies and gentlemen.
He picked it up and...
We've got Plenty of those.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're down to the bottom of the 6th inning. This is the last chance for Air Force to really take off and fly.
We have the top of the 6th?
The bottom of the 6th.
The bottom of the 6th, so they have one last chance.
I'm dyslexic.
They have one last shot at becoming wiffleball champions. This is what it all boils down to.
I believe they're playing this entire inning in slow motion. Not what Air Force wanted to open up the inning.
Steve Cullen with a very quick out. One pitch. His arm's tired. He's battered and bruised. He needed that quick out.
POW can smell the beer in the LOWA Championship trophy right now. They can taste it.
It's a beautiful trophy. I've never tasted it, but I did grab a couple leaves out of the cup yesterday, so it might be a little barky.
That's out number 2, Ryan.
We are 1 out away from crowning our next Lake Orion Wiffleball Association champions.
They need 8 runs.
Steve Cullen
8 runs on this at bat.
Nate's gonna make him wait one more at bat possibly, but this Steve Cullen Jim Vanden Boom duo has been very prolific throughout our 10 years of playing wiffle ball.
I have a little bit of a personal stake in that, actually. Oh, and they've just won the championship, ladies and gentlemen.
And folks,
POW.
we're gonna watch that in slow replay. It was right on the line. Jim Vanden Boom grabbed it perfectly. What an MVP play from possibly our MVP of the tournament. Unbelievable.
Just an absolute heartbreaker for Air Force, but you know they really, really played their hearts out. Just unlucky. First inning, 8 runs in that first inning. They couldn't catch up from that, Ryan.
Yeah, they just didn't have the air support with their bats, you know, throughout the final championship game.
That's exactly right.
Well, while Rick's getting the hardware ready, we would like to thank all of our wonderful fans. The record 13,000 plus came out to witness this tournament today. Amazing turnout. Everybody, thank you for making it out. It's been an honor to watch and host this event with everybody. To start our Lake Orion Wiffleball Association Most Hustle Award.
Named after co-commissioner Richard Vanden Boom for displaying hustle from the very first tournament.
And actually, since he was born, he did
hustle right out of that womb, Ryan.
We don't need to go there, Chris, but we are going to go to award the next recipient of the award. He is actually a first-time champion, and Mr. Jake Shagina, for his amazing hustle throughout the tournament. Everybody give Mr. Jake Shagina a big round of applause.
You got Mr. Hustle?
He wore a tank top saying, "Just do it," and ladies and gentlemen, he just did it.
He just did it. I just repeated what you said.
Take care, Ryan. Nice job.
Our next hardware trophy goes to best play, and ladies and gentlemen, this gentleman made numerous plays in center field all day long, from jumping into the lake to going through the legs to just being an all-out all-star.
And the amazing plays that he made through the Plinko tree, under the Plinko tree, around the Plinko tree, just, is a culmination of this award today.
Ladies and gentlemen, Christopher Sweeney with the Best Play Award.
Where's he at?
He's actually living in East Lansing right now, which is disgusting, but
there's a lot of green gnomes out there.
No time.
We were trying to raise awareness of fairy distress disorder.
It's amazing that a player suffering from FDS can win the Best Player Award while playing in center field, surrounded by the very thing he's terrified of. And ladies and gentlemen, this is
a defending strikeout award winner back to back.
This is my favorite award to give out every year. It's
you know what, Chris? I'm going to let you make the long trek down from the press box to actually hand this off to the 2016 Chris Clayton Strikeout Trophy. We're going to give him a little break. It's a long elevator ride.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is my pleasure to give out every year.
As long as you're not.
The Chris Clayton Trophy, I've given it to him in the past. Timmy, get out here.
Yeah. Tim Healy. Hey, everybody. Is actually one of the most decorated wiffle ball players.
Well, this twice, so.
Like Red Brothers.
Actually, that might be your third, I'm not sure. That is your third. It is your third.
Those will be updated. Leave them here.
Only 21 more, and you would have had the record.
Yeah, only 21 more. Think about that. 21 more, and he would have had the record. Chris Clayton striking out a doubles baker's dozen. That's actually a term that I just coined because it doesn't even exist for 26 strikeouts. Unbelievable. But you're a beautiful partner in the booth. And next, we have a co-winners of the Home Run Championship. First off, we're going to welcome one of the co-commissioners, Jim Vanden Boom. Jim, you had 5 home runs. Almost, it felt like every single one of them was in the championship. And another stellar tournament by one of our best athletes and all-around great guys, Kyle McMahon. Kyle McMahon, come out. Everybody give these both.
It really is a superstar feat of athleticism.
It's surprising that, you know, these guys with their off-season conditioning can actually produce home runs at this rapid rate compared to the rest of us amazing athletes. But, you know, kudos to them for hard work and hustle is obviously what did it today. Not the fastest of both.
All right. Let's get down to one of the most coveted pieces of hardware, the most valuable player. And Ryan, I think this player, he really, really needed this one.
Well, we already made the rule that a lefty can never win, so Dave Welch has already been ruled out just for being left-handed. But, you know, I think this one's a no-brainer. This player, it is going to be his 5th Lake Orion Wiffleball Association champion.
Half of 10.
That's like batting 500.
He's won it half the time.
Half the time. It sickens me because I'm trying to count how many times I've won. And it's an amazing thing, but it is obviously Mr. Jim Vanden Boom, most valuable player, had an incredible start to the championship game, and they did not let off the throttle. He's got the official beer of Lake Orion Wiffleball, the most American beer available, Bud Light. We're going to have Bud Heavy over at the Chateau later.
Co-Commissioner Richard Vanden Boom filling up the championship trophy with delicious golden beer.
Look at that frothy brew.
POWMIA, ladies and gentlemen, your 10th annual
and it's
Lake Orion Wiffleball Association champions.
God bless America. Teams, and the banner.
What about endorsements? I mean, they might be able to get some.
For the Bud Light? Oh, I've only heard rumors, but apparently that is the coldest, most refreshing beer that you can ever drink in the history of mankind. It's coming out of a Lake Orion Wiffleball Association championship trophy.
Actually, only wiffle ball players can drink it. It will actually freeze the insides of a normal human being.
And this is us signing off from another successful 2016 10th annual unbelievable event. Thank you all.
Don't leave me hanging.
God bless America and God bless Wiffleball.
LOWA. Hustle, hustle, hallelujah. Hustle, hustle, hallelujah. Hustle, hustle, hallelujah. God bless the USA.